What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? To be honest, girl, I don't know where this show going. Okay, I really don't. We episode 2, and I'm really not into it. But okay. Anyway, let me just tell y'all what happened, just in case you don't look at my what it is. I had forget about the show. To be honest, I had forget about the show. And that's only because yesterday was an off day. And when I say I was off, like as soon as I came home from work, I didn't even take off all my clothes. I took my pants off, sat on the bed, and looked at my phone. Next thing I know, it's almost midnight. And I had fell asleep. Mind you, I got off of work yesterday at 6. So I didn't get home till probably like 6:20, and I didn't slept all that time. Girl, I was tired. And then by the time I woke up, I didn't even remember that I needed to do. That's how out of it I didn't even remember that I needed to do this. Okay, I knew I had to do what it is, but I totally forgot about everything else because I had other stuff that I needed to do too. But anyway, I would have been real pissed if I would have waited and I would have went on ahead and did this last night when I woke up. Because the episode gave me absolutely nothing. More of the same. Yeah, this gonna be my final season. This gonna be my final season for Sistas. And it's just what it is. No more convincing me otherwise. I'm just gonna let it go. But this is Sistas season 6, episode 2. What is it called? It is called Full Circle Moments, okay? So the episode picks up with Andi and, Danny in the car. Only one good thing really was happening up in this episode, and that was the situation. And it ain't even good. It's good in the sense that it gave us something to talk about, and that's probably what I really want to talk about, because when I tell you the episode really wasn't much, I don't understand what's going on with the Zach and Zatima scene, or I should say the Zach and Fatima scenes or whatever, because we only got one, and we only getting one each episode. Understandable, because Zatima just came, or I should say, yeah, they literally just came on together probably in the last couple of seasons. So, and plus they got their own show. I feel as though at this point, make Karen lose the baby, and I hate to say it like that, but either make her lose the baby or make the baby supposed to be Aaron, so that we can phase out Zach and Zatima, phase out Zatima from this show and let them continue over on their show, okay? Because from what I've been seeing in these first 2 episodes, it's really not that much. And, with Zach's character, I mean, it's good, that he's trying to be a father. And on this episode, we saw what's going on with Heather and him. He wants to go over there to meet the baby, try to get acquainted. He's readily going into the father mode or whatever. And instantly that fatherly instinct or that parental instinct comes in with him and Zatima, or I keep on saying Zatima, him and Fatima, because, and mostly him, he's concerned about what type of environment his son is being raised in. All right. And, he going to see her to see the baby. She just getting off of work. She acting like so nonchalant about the whole situation. And, she like, I'm about to go to bed. He said, well, if you going to sleep, who watching him? Well, my sister watching while I'm at work, and then I watch him when I come home. And it was like, well, you going to sleep. So again, who's watching him? Oh, well, he got TV, he got YouTube, he got his games, he got this, he'll be fine. And that is so, for a toddler, that's just irresponsible. That's irresponsible, okay? And I understand that, parents be working and they be tired, and, sometimes you fall asleep or whatever. And then she's like, and the doors be locked. Okay, yeah, but these kids are very resourceful. These kids will figure something out in a minute. Just like we saw in the preview for next week's episode. Okay, my sister. Just like we saw in the preview for next week's episode, the little boy gonna be outside, no supervision at all. and then kind of find out it's people in the house and it's still no supervision at all. So I think this part of the storyline is cool, but I also feel as though they just need to go ahead and phase it out. This whole situation with Hayden and Tamara, phase that out too. Matter of fact, just get Hayden off the show, okay? Tamara is up here. I've never seen this happen, and I'm pretty sure that it does, but the way that Hayden fell for Tamara so quickly, it's just, it's unbelievable. And I'm saying unbelievable in the sense of not that it can't happen and it doesn't happen. It's the fact that you are that dumb. You get that pussy whipped that fast. Like, I don't even think they've been together for a whole month, okay? He got the bitch living with him. He got her, he trying to get her a job. Whole time, he getting played by, you know what I'm saying? She winds up calling Fatima to let her know that, you know, the plan is going well. He a pussy, he giving me all this information or whatever. But I feel like we need to, you know, let's remix this plan and let's go ahead and get some more stuff because I could take him for more. Fatima said, first of all, I ain't paying you to think. And I said, you know what? One thing about it is you getting people to help you out, and I don't care if you paying them or not. Y'all gotta stop talking to people like they stupid, okay? Because that'll be the moment where they flip on your ass and just blow up everything, okay? That'll be the part that I'd be worried about, you know. I said, you ain't pay her to think. Girl, I would have did what Tamara did. Fuck all that. I don't care what Fatima say. I'm finna get mine. I said, I know that's right. The only thing that had me worried in that situation was as soon as Hayden left out the room, she got right on the phone. And I said, girl, could you wait a good 5 minutes or go around the corner and check and see that he not standing there? Because you sure enough got on the phone real quick. I mean, he could have been lurking around the corner and overheard who you was talking to and what you was saying, girl. You finna mess stuff up. Meanwhile, you know, Gary trying to make sure that he vetted her. And of course, Hayden said that he did, but I don't feel like he did. You know, he saw the opportunity to get some in-your-face puss, and he took it, okay? So there's that. Andi in the car with Danny, and, you know, trying to convince Danny that, you know, everything is all good, and we're not trying to come down on you. We just trying to be there for you or whatever, just like we always were, college and all that stuff. And she was like, yeah, but y'all doing too much, okay? And in the midst of Danny going through her stuff, Danny can't help but call her out. All right, you driving up in this man's car. It's a nice car. You driving up in this man's car. You not going to get rid of him. And sure enough, when they get up and she gets up in her apartment, Gary's still laying there with them flowers on him, and you know that he up here talking about he been a bad boy and what you want to do to me, and I need you to punish me and all this stuff. And she was like, okay, we'll start out with you not touching me and you telling me exactly the reason why you doing what you doing up here at my job. And she was like, wait a minute, girl, what? I said, yeah, you ain't finna get no punani. And at this point, see, this is the part where I can't stand Andi. And I feel like a lot of us are fed up with her because of this stuff. She is so, you say one thing, but you don't stand on it. And you so easily and readily be swayed by this man for no reason. And he don't even take no effort at all, okay? She trying to understand, why is it that he keep doing what he doing? Why is he trying to come at Robin? You know what I'm saying? Because this is going to make, she mostly looking out for herself because she was looking for that, you know, trying to get that promotion or whatever. And my whole thing is, I wouldn't listen to anything that he's saying at all because you already know how he is, right? And he's going to lie. He already know what you up to. He knows that you know what he's up to, okay? And he's gonna lie and say that it's not about, you know, taking out people that's talking to you or whatever, because she even brought that up herself. Like, so you mean to tell me anybody that talks to me or any man that comes into my path in my presence or whatever, you gonna try to harm me, you gonna try to take them out? Because he was like, why are you protecting him? And the whole thing of it is, she's not necessarily protecting him, but she's also looking out for herself. So this going to fall back on her in a little bit too, okay? Because she's trying to elevate herself in a job. And, you know, he just don't understand any of that. And he wants her to trust him and y'all to get along, but yet you don't trust her and you're trying to have full control over her. everything that Gary has done has been trying to have control 100%, and it's not falling into the plans the way that he wants. It's taking a little bit longer than he wants or he would thought. She even told him, you know what, I think you need to go home. And he was like, no, no, no. She said, I think you should leave. You need to leave. And here's my thing. If you're going to tell him to do something, stand on it. That's why he knows that he can get away with it, because you ain't going to stand on it. All it took her, you need to go. What? Yeah, I think you should leave. What? Yeah, you should go. You know what? I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stay here. We can just lay down with you and everything will be right. And we'll talk about it in the morning. Okay, but you can lay down in the guest room. I said, what? Now, how do we go from you need to leave multiple times to him saying he gonna stay, and then you saying, okay, well, you could do it up in the guest room? I said, you know what, Andi, there's this thing called 911. Technically speaking, this is your place, and if he won't remove himself, you can get the police or security to come remove him. Like, I just don't understand why you won't stand up to this man. Like, you so... This is why Danny was acting the way that she acting with her. Because Danny know that lady ain't going to do nothing. Danny literally said, when are you going to end this stuff? Before the wedding or after, during the divorce? I said that was the best line when it came to Andi, you know. But who cares about them? Moving on from that, the whole Sabrina and Calvin situation. Calvin had to come over there to tell Sabrina that he had to go trick. Calvin is... Calvin, I wouldn't have said nothing, but then again, I get it. But I would allow Maurice to say it first, because you don't know the full story about what happened. And 9 out of 10, if Maurice would have told you, you probably wouldn't have believed him anyway. True, for all we know, Calvin probably thought Maurice came there with the gun and not vice versa, because it was Q that had the gun, right? So Calvin go over there to Sabrina's house. Sabrina, with all the stuff that's been going on, why is it that your door is unlocked? She said, who is it? Because Calvin knocked on the door. He was like, it's Calvin. And she said, oh, the door's unlocked. I said, excuse me, lock them doors. Okay, we lock doors around here. Girl, what? You're black. Anyway, so he come in and try to tell her about Maurice, you know, then put Q in the hospital. We don't know if he dead or not. Maurice coming in. First of all, whatever Maurice had on, he looked real cute up in that brown and the leather and all that stuff. It was real cute on him, I ain't gonna lie. But, you know, Maurice was being Maurice. Maurice handles situations with comedy or whatever. And sometimes it's one of those type of situations. It's a defense mechanism, like, let me make you laugh so that, or let me make myself laugh to stop from crying because I'm really in pain. And we already know he's hurt. We know he's in pain. We know it already, because I'm pretty sure, because they keep on telling him, a lot of this is your fault because you let that man up into the bank. You know what I'm saying? You let him know where you worked at, you know. You let him in your home. That's just what it is. And I said, put some of that blame on Calvin, because, you know, Calvin convinced him to stay up at his place, to let him stay when he got off for that ankle monitor or whatever the fuck, you know, when he got out of jail. So there's that as well. So y'all both responsible for that. But technically speaking, Maurice, you did bring him into your home first. So yeah, there's that. And I'm pretty sure he feels guilt about that. And now he got his friend involved in that. Now he ain't got nothing because Cuden came through, played with his emotions, and then just took all his stuff. And now you finna put a case on yourself. And I will say this. On the one hand, I understand the emotions that Maurice, I had some chicken and it is stuck in between my teeth. And I really hope y'all don't see it. And if y'all do, some grilled chicken, like baked chicken, I should say. Girl, I'm trying to be healthy. I'm trying to be healthy. But anyway, Maurice do come over there. And like I said, what was I saying before this? Anyway, we'll get to it. It'll probably pop up, but you know, whatever. Calvin just had to tell him everything. But Maurice had to tell her, like, listen, he went into his Golden Girls, Sophia, picture this. We in the airport. You know, I went to go get my stuff. Calvin, Q pulls out a gun. We struggled for the gun, and he got shot. You know, and on the one hand, I get his emotions. That's what I was about to say. I get where Maurice is coming from. And he thinking that, oh, I'm gonna take care of the situation and all this stuff. And I also get where Sabrina's coming from. As much as Sabrina and Calvin are annoying, Maurice needs to listen to them at this point, because Maurice is going to end up getting himself in way more trouble than what he needs to. Yes, the cameras will show that it's self-defense, okay? The cameras will show that Q, who is a felon, who is still on an ankle monitor, who is still on parole or whatever, but you know, all of that stuff, he has a gun, okay? He's not supposed to, and 9 out of 10, that gun is not registered to him, okay? It's probably an illegal gun. Yeah, you can get off of that. But then you coming up there about talking about want to go to the hospital, you want to go, you know, take care of the situation, as if you're going to try to take him out. And we saw in a preview for next week's episode where he was up in the hospital room, like how the hell he get up in the hospital room? But that's neither here nor there, talking about something he going to kill him. And I'm like, God damn, Maurice, can you just stop? I wouldn't trust Q for nothing in this world, all right? And you are saying way too much incriminating stuff, even though you know you don't mean it at that moment. Like, you're not really gonna kill him because you don't want to go to jail. That's your emotions talking. But the man got you on recorder, okay, the last time, and that's how you got up into this mess, because he tricked you into saying some stuff, even though we knew that you were saying it sarcastically, but he used that as if you were saying it as fact. And I'm just sitting here like, boy, keep your mouth shut and get up out that boy's room, okay? That is what Sabrina and Calvin keep on trying to tell him. You are going to make the situation worse for yourself, okay? And plus, we got to remember, Bayo gave Sabrina that money to get him out of jail, and he said as long as he ain't gonna do nothing bad afterwards, I'm good. Now see, that's gonna fuck it up for Sabrina and Bayo, you know what I'm saying? You go out here and you doing some more stuff, and plus you keep on talking about, so let me get our job back, let's call corporate and all that stuff. You're not about to get your job back, and I wouldn't want to get my job back at a place that didn't have my back. And technically, you know, they don't know whether or not you're telling the truth. So they're following policies, okay? They're following their policy, and this is a bank, all right? I'm pretty sure even if you get this expunged off your record and it comes out clean that you really had nothing to do with this, they're not going to want you to come back at no banks nowhere else. They probably going to make it so that you can't work at no more banks or whatever. And that's kind of messed up. It's giving me very much, set it off, Frankie. You know what I'm saying? You know, she just got promoted. Well, did she just get promoted? Either way, and old boy came up in there, robbed the bank and all that stuff. People died, and, you know, then she got fired. Just because she knew dude. Just because she knew dude, you know? So it's similar to the same thing, and I'm just like, Maurice, you need to calm down. You need to just work on trying to get yourself back together and quit the revenge stuff, because Q is gonna get his. We don't need it to be by your hands, okay? You don't need to be in any more trouble when you're out on bail, okay? So that it can revoke your bail. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop it, calm down, baby. But that scene when how the nerve he gonna call her a broke bitch when he opened up the door to the refrigerator and said that it was empty, and you ain't got nothing yourself, and you up here complaining about getting your job back. I said niggas will try you all the time, but at the same time, when he was eating them eggs, he said, got a little sweet. I said, Keke Palmer will pop up in anything. And let me tell y'all something. The way the internet / aka Twitter is going is so hard about the fact that Keke Palmer said that she really wasn't here for Claire Huxtable, as if Claire Huxtable was a real person. Now I can see if Claire Huxtable was a real person and you could be like, oh, she uppity. But at the same time, that is her opinion, and that be my opinion sometimes of some people as well. That don't mean that it's right. That don't mean that it's wrong. That's a person's opinion. And y'all going so hard as if you're gonna convince them. If you like the person, you like the person. If you don't, you don't. Let that be applied to everybody else. You don't have to think peace everything. And it wasn't that deep, and she was joking and all that stuff. Y'all know how Keke is. Y'all just, it just irritates me how social media just do the most. But moving on from that, when he said that shit about Calvin, he's a little sweet. I said, you know what, Maurice, I'm so tired. But we get to, and I'm so irked Because the main reason why I tuned into the episode was to see what's gonna happen to Karen. Like, I know she gonna get out the building, but I want to know exactly how she get out the building. Because everybody was saying, now why would you, as a pregnant woman, go into a burning building, regardless of the situation? Why would you go up in there? Of course, Aaron calls. We don't see Karen this whole episode. We see Pam because Aaron calls Pam at the end of the episode, basically asking where Karen is because he's been trying to get in contact with her. Mind you, this fool couldn't even wait 24 hours before he actually started calling this lady. Didn't Karen say last week, I will reach out to you when I'm ready to talk to you? So don't talk to me, don't call me, don't do nothing. And what exactly did he do? He kept on reaching out to her, kept on calling her. She's not responding. And because she's not responding, you call Angie. Now, granted, on this part, it's understandable, but you ain't know, but you still don't follow freaking directions, okay? And this is the issue that I have with him. He is too much. Too much. You don't allow people to get their space, okay? That woman literally said on multiple occasions, I need my space. Let me talk to you when I'm ready to talk to you. And she said that the day before, and you couldn't even wait a full day before you opened up your phone and called that lady. And then you get in a panic because she's not answering. Because she don't want to talk to you right now. But in this situation, it's because her shop done burnt down. That's that. And Angie even telling him, well, if she's not answering, text her. And if she not responding to your text, well, she don't want to talk to you. What about that don't you get? And then I'm just so mad. I'm just so irked that Angie didn't go ahead and hang that phone up before she saw the shop. And she was like, oh my God, the salon. And I said, Angie, that's your fault. It's your fault. You trying to take your boss out. Damn, bitch. Anyway, we get that out the way. Well, let's get on to this Danny situation. When Andi dropped Danny off, and when the episode came on, it was a warning saying that it's going to be talks about, scenes about domestic violence. And I said, oh, shit. Now, at first, I ain't even going to lie to you. I had forgot about the Danny situation. And I knew it, but I had forgot about it because I thought he was out the picture. The first thing that came into my mind was the fact that either Aaron was going to flip and try to attack Karen in some type of way, but then I had to exit that out because Karen wasn't at home. And the reason why I said that was because he realized that Karen now is on to him. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like. That's what I was thinking at first. But then I was like, no, but because Karen is up in the building, right? She on the floor, breathing smoke like she up in New York right about now. Y'all okay out there? Is the air clear a little bit more than it was yesterday? Because it was a mess. Anyway, it looked like y'all was up in a dust storm up in that bitch. And then I thought, you know what? No, maybe it's Gary. Maybe Gary then finally fucked around and knocked Andi across her head and mad because, again, she won't fully choose him. But no, it was the situation with Danny. Danny comes into her apartment. She opens up that refrigerator. Hey, shit up in that refrigerator. I said, ooh, girl, your refrigerator looks somewhat like mine. I don't be here long enough throughout the week to have food like just a full refrigerator. My freezer is stocked. My refrigerator? No. No. But, it's so fucking clean and white. I got the basic stuff. I don't be up in here. And then if I do get stuff, I don't really eat it. I eat at work and then I come home and snack on some snacks. That's it. Like a couple of snacks, a piece of this, piece of that, and that's it. I don't be wanting to eat nothing. Like I literally got to stop this. I probably eat one meal a day. One full meal, I should say. And then snack on stuff. Girl, that's my issue. But anyway, you get that. And she turns around from getting a beer out the refrigerator. And old boy that attacked her in her apartment from the airport, he up in there. Okay, talking about, so you thought I was going to let you get away with this? You thought this was over? Girl, next thing you know, she trying to tell that nigga to get up out her house. And of course he's not. And they get to fighting. They get to tussling. I was so mad that she grabbed the box full of the knives and she couldn't pull the knife out of the freaking thing. But I guess we don't want her to have no blood on her hands like that. So that's why they're avoiding people, taking people out. But some of these characters need to be killed. I'm just saying, all right? She get into a struggle, a kerfuckle with him, bitch. Preston ass comes to the door before they actually ensues the struggle. Now, we don't hear what's going on the inside because from him on the outside, but he just put his ear, like he stood there like, huh? And he was like, damn, she got another nigga up in there. And so he turned around because he think that she about to be fucking somebody. And I'm sitting here like, and if she is, what is your problem? Why you mad? He get up into his car, and then I was saying, Preston, open up the goddamn door. Preston, open up the goddamn door. Get your ass, turn your ass back around, okay? Get about your feelings and go help her. No, this bitch is outside in the car. I said, God damn. And this motherfucker had the nerve to say, she up there having sex with somebody else. You know what? Fuck her. I said, fuck her. Fuck, nigga, you got a whole fiance down there and you getting mad that she up here. I said, oh, the audacity. I said, it don't matter if you're black or white. Niggas come in all sizes, shape, and colors. And they all the goddamn same in situations like this. I said, how dare you get in your feelings when you up here bringing a whole bitch that's supposed to be your fiance. I said, are you serious? But then he was like, you know, fuck that. I need to go ahead and confront her about. What you need to confront her about? Thank God he didn't pull out because ain't no telling what would have happened to Danny. But Danny was, you know, getting a little bit overpowered by old boy. And he was on top of her, whatever. And, you know, Preston bust in just in time to whoop the shit out of him. And they both started beating his ass. And then the police came and kind of found out, oh shit, she already do got a you know, restraining order against him. And the cops were like, I'm so glad that you're okay. You know, I was like, oh. But see, Preston want to take this time to have a conversation. And Daniel's like, listen, I don't want to talk. And I don't like where this storyline is going. It is one thing for you to try to put out there how some people will pass up a good thing because they have so much baggage in their life that they can't handle a person that's being good to them because they're used to being used and played with and all that stuff. Understandable. But not that part of the storyline is understandable. That's understandable with Danny because a lot of us go through that, you know. But to have it so that Preston, the man, is giving you an ultimatum, whether you fuck around with me or I'm gonna go marry this other bitch, and then he gets upset because it's a possibility. Like what? I don't like this. I don't like it. It's stupid as hell. And I of course he stayed after going back and forth because, you know, he's talking about something. I'm going to put Mindy on the plane and I'm going to stay here. She already knows. She knows that I'm in love with you and she knows that you in love with her too. I mean, in love with me as well. And she was like, well, shit, and everybody think they know everything about me except for me. You know, do what the fuck you got to do. Listen, it got to get better. It got to get better. I'm not writing it completely off. It's only 2 episodes in, but so far I am not impressed. But unfortunately, that's just what it is. I'm just being honest, okay? You guys tell me how y'all felt about the episode. Are we on the same track or what's going on? Do you see it differently? Y'all tell me how y'all feel about it and I'll see you guys later. Peace.